You're listening to The Swingdom, the
Finally
podcast of the year. 2 guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given, with your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
That's us.
Welcome to the Swingdom. My face got real red. I was real hyped for that. A little lightheaded now.
Oh, who's that guy that does that crazy podcast?
Everybody.
No, the crazy guy who's always like yelling. He's always
Everybody.
mad. Yeah, that's probably. I can't think of his name.
Is it political or is it non-political?
No, it's like all over the place. He's the guy who talked about doing like DMT.
Is it Rush Limbaugh? He died.
No, it's not Rush Limbaugh. No. Anyways.
Okay. Well, welcome citizens of the Swingdom. Welcome to the Swingdasium, where we try to remember other podcasts. We're here this week. Sorry about missing last week. Gunnar was busy doing some stuff, and I just absolutely bailed because it would have just been me on my own for 45 minutes, and that, to be perfectly candid, terrified me.
Well, and also we're trying to keep the 6 listeners we have. So
the thing is what it doesn't it didn't terrify me like in the fact of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, so there are certain one-man radio shows out there,
mm-hmm.
and they drive me, like, I can't do it. Like, what's a Colin Cowherd?
Oh my God, Colin Cowherd's the worst.
And he just repeats himself for like 30 seconds, goes to commercial break, and then he's like, so we've got a golf tournament this week. Did you know, so there's going to be golf this week. We're going to play golf. There's going to be golf this week. It's going to be golf. It's going to be golf. Guess where we're going to play? We're playing golf this week. Where are we going to play it? Where are we going to play golf? We'll tell you right after this break. And then it's 10 minutes of commercials. And then comes back, he's like, hey, I'm Colin Cowherd, and we're playing at Arnie's place. If you don't know where Arnie's place is, we're going to be playing golf at Arnie's place. Golf at Arnie's place. He does that for 4 hours. And he does it now televised. And I'm just like.
And the worst part is he has awful takes.
Yes, he's the worst
takes.
The only person who has worse takes than him is Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, but Stephen A. Smith's entertaining.
Stephen A. Smith is angry. He is so angry. And I'm not even sure he's that athletic. He's just so angry.
Yeah, but he has a really good angry vibe about him.
Yeah.
It's one of those angry vibes that you're cool to be around. Like, it doesn't hype you up.
No.
And it doesn't bring you down. You're just like, there's Stephen A. yelling again.
So when I was living in LA, like, the morning show on ESPN was Max and Marcellus in the morning.
Uh-huh.
And it was Marcellus Wiley and Max, who's now on. He now does that, like, the wake up show.
Oh, yeah. Get Up.
No, he doesn't do Get Up. He does First Take.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So he replaced what's his name, who moved over to Max Kellerman.
Oh, yeah. Who was I like Max Kellerman.
Yeah,
although he's not very good he's not very good.
He's not good at arguing.
He's not an argumentative guy.
He's not very good at making a point. Like, it's so hard to watch Stephen A. chew him up every day, but that's what it is. When it was him and Marcellus,
Stephen A. more powerful.
Yeah, when it was him and Marcellus, they just had fun. Because Marcellus Wiley, like, he was a professional NFL player, turned ESPN guy, he did like that countdown show on ESPN with Mrs. Beadle, and they were just absolutely hilarious. And then he moved on to this, and like he's like, well, now I've got to have the first take. Michelle Beadle, yeah. What's the show they do?
I don't know, but she's awesome.
Yes, yeah, I love Michelle Beadle. She's amazing. So it was Marcellus Wiley and Maximilius Kellerman, and they were just fun.
That's his name.
I just make up names. We all know this about me. So welcome, citizens of the Swingdom. 5 minutes later, I'm Ben. I'm your host. I play golf. I haven't in a while because of lockdown. As you can tell, I'm going full lumberjack.
Mm-hmm. I've gone plaid.
Full lumberjack. Look at this. Ready?
You almost have a. Does it stick? I love it.
I can put a pencil through my beard.
You almost have a plaid blazer.
That's what I feel like. I feel like I dressed up my fancy lumberjackism.
We both wore red today.
We did.
You might not be able to tell because I don't have very good lighting in this room. Well,
also, I can't tell because I'm listening to the podcast. I can't see you.
Well, you're watching me on the YouTube and such.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Look at this. Look at this.
Look,
and we're wearing red. I don't know. So I guess, yeah. So this week we're going to go through the news.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of.
We're going to go over our picks for the last 2 weeks.
Sure. I have those.
We're going to go over our picks for the next week.
Yep.
And then we're going to get out of your hair. We're going to try to keep this kind of short because, you know.
Bing, bang, boom.
Bing, bing, bang, boom. So this week in the news. So look, another reason I didn't podcast last week, and this is going to sound a bit. I don't know how this is going to sound. I didn't want to jump to any real Tiger Woods conclusions.
I'm totally with you.
Like, if you don't know what we're talking about, Tiger Woods on the Monday after the Riviera finish, where didn't Xander Schauffele won there?
No. Let me look.
Brooks.
No, it was Brooks.
No, it was Xander Schauffele. So he was going to do a shoot with Golf Channel and I think one of his other advertising groups. And on his way there, he was in a big old messed up car accident.
Why are we like this, Ben?
It's been 2 weeks.
It was our man Max Homa.
Oh my God, it was! Oh! Delete, edit.
Because Max Homa hit that crazy shot in overtime. Yeah. Okay, in sudden death,
beating my pick Tony Finau.
Yeah, again, Cinderella man. So Max Homa hits that crazy cool shot where he's pinned behind a tree, up near the green.
And Caddy's like, hit a Tiger shot, and Max is like, I don't know what that
onto
means.
The green.
Yeah.
Are you joking me? Oh, it was the coolest shot I think I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, it was cool. Now he's more than just a Twitter fanatic.
If anybody doesn't follow Max Homa on any form of social media, you're an idiot.
You're missing out.
You're a big dummy because he is so good.
So we had. Sorry, my hair's bothering me. Max Homa went 2 weeks ago. The day after, Tiger Woods in a ridiculous car accident.
Yeah.
I think the news over the last week was that the sheriff's office in Thousand Oaks or wherever it is was not going to look into. They're not going to pull a warrant for the black box in his car, blood test for drugs, urine test for drugs, any sort of drugs like that. They were just sort of going to let it go and just say this is an accident. I mean, I think the quote was, "This was an accident. Accidents happen." He came flying down a hill.
Yeah.
Sorry. So he came flying down a hill, missed the turn, went across the road. If it wasn't 7 o'clock in the morning on a Monday, he may have crashed into somebody else, but he ended up like a good pitching wedge off of this road. No engine in the car. They had to cut him out of the car with an axe and a bit of luck.
Jaws of life.
They did not. No, the jaws of life weren't used. They recanted that.
That's what they said.
Yeah, no. They came out originally saying it was the jaws of life. Jaws of life hit the news, but it was really an axe and everything. They said that he was totally conscious and fine when they found him. Thank God for that. This is an accident that could have killed him.
His leg was destroyed.
I was gonna say, yeah, but
yeah.
I mean,
alive.
Yeah, he was alive and he was conscious and he was talking to the police officer as they were getting him out of the car. His leg is toast.
Yeah. And I think this is I think this is a good place to plug in why us not recording was so stupid lucky.
Yes.
Because we could have jumped on here and said,
well, I'm going to say a few of the things that I was going to say last week that I'm going to take back by now.
I'll tell you, March 3rd. Today is March 3rd,
Yeah.
right? Today's Wednesday, March 3rd. A report from CBS News: the SUV Tiger Woods crashed had a black box. It was a Genesis Invitational car.
Yeah, it was a courtesy car from Genesis. I think it's important to say that car saved his life.
I think it's important to say that it really did.
Yeah.
And I think it's really important to say that Tiger Woods has a history of driving while not appropriate to drive. And I'm not attacking Tiger Woods. I'm only
just
saying
the once.
this
I'm
because
just historically just the once.
But it is a history. What I'm saying is he was on his way to a shoot for, is it Golf Pass or is it just Golf?
I thought it was Golf Channel.
Where he teaches celebrities. It's kind of like a Peyton's Places sort of deal on ESPN Plus. He's teaching celebrities how to play golf. He's giving private golf lessons. And I think it was Andre Iguodala, the NBA player.
There was a bunch of people who were supposed to be there. I think it was Steph Curry.
It was a bunch of people.
Yeah, it was a long list.
He doesn't need lessons. But today, on the 3rd, Black Box sheriff's investigators have executed a search warrant for data from the device.
Yeah.
That just came out at 3:50 p.m. That's exactly 2 hours ago.
That's the latest news.
They do want the black box.
When it first happened, all I heard was that he was alive and he had broken his leg. The next bit of news was that the jaws of life had come out. Then they recanted that. We got a letter from the hospital saying multiple compound fractures in his tibia, fibia, and his ankle is absolutely gone. That's my terminology, but he has a metal rod, I believe, in his tibia, which is your shin. So his shin is going to be built of metal.
The tibia had a compound fracture,
which means the bone was sticking out of his leg.
Yeah, and the fibia was just a clean break.
Which is your thigh bone, which is your thickest bone in the body, which is the hardest bone to break other than your jaw.
I think that's your tibia.
Wait, I thought you said tibia.
Fibia. Fibia was just a clean break.
Fibia is your thigh bone, isn't it?
I'm not a scientist.
I'm not a scientist either, but I thought fibia was your thigh bone. Oh no, sorry. Fibia is your shin bone. Where's your tibia?
Tibia is tibia is your shin bone. Fibia
is your other.
It's your calf bone.
Yeah.
It's the bone right behind it.
Femur. Sorry. So the femur was not broken.
No.
My apologies.
Tibia and fibia.
So tibia. So basically, he shattered everything from his knee down in his right leg.
This is why you come to listen to this podcast. Exactly.
So yeah, and his tibia and his fibia. So basically, everything from his knee down, that's the knee he broke back in the mid 2000s, isn't it?
I believe so.
So like that right leg is just toast now. Pins, everything in his ankle. His ankle is in 1,000 pieces. Look, when this happened, when it was like Tiger Woods was in a major car accident, my first thought was like, and I talked to a few people. First thought was, oh, again? Oh, this is Tiger Woods again? Like, why does he keep putting himself into situations like this? To me, this was not a Kobe situation. And this was me trying to relate it to something like Kobe Bryant, when he died in a helicopter crash, I was just like, mind explosion. How could this happen to somebody with
that stature,
squeaky clean record, trying to get everything he can possibly get done in his life, coming from where he came from and getting to where he is, Academy Award winner, 6 times, 6 or 7.
Was that Love and Basketball? Was that his? right?
Yeah.
Was that what it was called?
No, not Love and Basketball.
No, that was a movie.
That was a movie from like the 2000s.
White Man Can't Jump, right?
No, it was just like, I think it was just called like Basketball a Game or something. But when I saw this car accident, I was just like, maybe Tiger's dead. Maybe this is how Tiger dies, and it's a drug-induced car accident.
Deer basketball.
Yeah, Deer basketball, yeah. And I wasn't that surprised. And when I talked to a few people, I don't want to say that it was like it was humorous, because it wasn't humorous, because nothing like this is ever humorous.
Right.
But it wasn't a surprise, and there were a few jokes that came quick and early. I got a text message from a friend saying, looks like Tiger Woods was trying to hit a fade and hit a draw into a bunker, and draw into a bunker.
Well, and that's before we saw the pictures, mind you. We gotta clear the stage here that this was just a report. Tiger Woods in car accident. That was it. That's all we had. We didn't have the picture of the SUV. We didn't have his status. It was Tiger Woods is in a car accident, and immediately we get this trying to be funny about it.
I had a few other people around saying, look, Tiger Woods had back surgery again in December. There's no reason that he wouldn't be prescribed prescription drugs.
Right.
And he could be on them. I think there were some pictures going around on Sunday of him on the telecast looking not in his right mind.
Yes, after presenting the trophy.
Yeah. It's just hard when like you're a guy like this where people sort of question your capability of using a motor vehicle. I don't want to say like they're questioning his integrity, because I'm not sure he has any of that left. But when they're like, look, you can't function as a human, like you sort of start thinking about people like Britney Spears. And you're like, does somebody need to come in and legally control his life? I was talking to Isadora and I said, why
I'm totally team free Britney, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just like, why don't people like this have professional drivers?
It was shocking to me that Tiger Woods was driving and he was the only one in the car.
Yeah.
That did stand out to me. Like, why is Tiger Woods driving? Why isn't Golf Channels driving him around?
Yeah, and I mean, the other side of that is like accidents like this happen. It doesn't matter if it's you or a driver.
Right.
Like, a driver's just a regular guy who could have been up all night Sunday partying, and then falling asleep at the wheel. Like that, that stuff happens all the time.
Right.
I'm just annoyed it's not a surprise. Since then, he's been moved to Cedars-Sinai. He will be going back to Florida to recover. How long till you think he wins the Masters?
I don't think Tiger Woods. I'm not even sure he plays another tournament, to be honest with you.
I think he's going to play another tournament. I definitely think he plays another tournament. Do I think he goes DFL? Yes.
I don't know. That's the question, though, isn't it? After all this, A, does Tiger Woods play another tournament? B, does he go straight into broadcasting? And C, we just hope he's okay.
Yeah, I don't think he'll ever go into broadcasting.
He has a history of being hurt, and he has a history of not doing well because he's
hurt. But I mean, so this is sort of my side of it, is like PGA players of stature far less than him. They get injury exemptions, things like that. Like, and they sort of go test the waters in PGA play. So I think he will play again on the PGA Tour. Will he withdraw in the first round? Probably.
Maybe. Yeah, I really don't know.
I don't think he'll ever go into broadcasting.
You don't?
No.
Even if the money's right?
You know how right. I think the thing is no, he'll never go into the money.
They're
will
going to
never
give him
be
a
right.
Tony Romo deal.
What?
Are you joking? They'll give him a Tony Romo deal.
No.
Yeah.
No.
They would give Tiger Woods a Tony Romo deal.
He's not that personable. Number one, he's not that personable on television. Number two, I don't Number 2, he doesn't need the money. And number 3, he'll probably make more money doing exclusive play and stuff, like going to outings or whatever, than he would a year on television.
I don't think he could stay. I think he goes the Nick Faldo route, really.
No.
All right.
No, I don't think he's ever a presenter, and I would put money on that. I just don't think he's not comfortable in front of the camera. He's not comfortable with his own opinions being out there. He is if it was up to him, I think he would shut himself in his house for the foreseeable future and not talk to anybody ever again.
You might be right.
I think he likes privacy that much. This might just be an excuse to be like, I don't want to answer the questions. I'm going away.
You might be right. I really don't know.
So that's it. Yeah, that's Tiger. That's Tiger in a nutshell. Other news this week?
I don't know. Bryson DeChambeau's trying to drive a par 5.
Yep. Max Homa won Riviera. We missed that last week. Our apologies. Or 2 weeks ago. Our apologies.
Yep.
Colin Morikawa wins this week, but we're going to go to a quick read first.
Yep.
So stick with us, and you'll hear all about Colin Morikawa.
It's time for us to put down our bag and hear from our sponsors.
Sometimes I can't even hear myself think.
No?
Nope. Then I think to myself, maybe that's because I don't have a hearing aid.
Oh, you probably should get one.
I should probably get a hearing aid. I should call 732-493-0900. New phone number, even though it's the old phone number, or 732-888-9000. BelltoneJerseyShore.com. They make hearing aids so small you can't even see that you don't have hearing aids.
Really?
Yeah, they've got hearing aids now that fit inside your ears. This is what I don't understand about hearing aids. And I mean, I understand hearing aids, but everybody I know is perfectly happy to wear headphones now.
I am.
Just constantly, AirPods, headphones, whatever.
Yeah.
If you could make hearing aids that looked exactly like AirPods.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody would even think twice about it.
Nope. You seen these kids these days walking around in Beats headphones?
Yeah.
Make them hearing aids.
Yeah, you get Beats hearing aids. People will be like, yeah, whatever. I think that's the trend. I think the trend is they got smaller and smaller and smaller. So I think the trend is now they're going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And you're going to get Belltone headphones.
No, yeah, I don't know about that. I think you would still see Belltone partnering with. I'm not saying this is true, but I'm saying
none of this is true.
With a company,
I don't need hearing aids. I don't think.
With Bose,
yeah, that'd be
and
cool.
Being Bose HA, and it
this
would
is
be.
What I don't. This is something I don't understand. Right? Is so hearing aid batteries last a week, and they're tiny little batteries.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't Beats headphones batteries last that long? Why do they only last 8 hours?
Because they're rechargeable.
I don't know. Drives me nuts. All right. So if you get the chance, use the code word golf. Check out Belltone Hearing Aid Centers of the Jersey Shore. BelltoneJerseyShore.com. The multiple phone numbers are 732-888-9000 or 732-493-0900.
We're not sure about that 888-9000 number, but try it.
It's for the Hazlitt office. So if you live near Hazlitt,
go for it.
Go for it.
Crush it.
Use the code word golf. and yeah. Go
That's
team.
It.
Go golf.
Go team.
And now to your hosts, Ben Ridner and Gunnar Kane.
I absolutely love it. Thank you for that lovely read, Ben. And if you're in Hazlitt, again, it's the only number I can remember.
If you're if you're Red Bank and north of Red Bank, Red Bank to Keyport, that Hazlitt office is perfect for you. Can
I be totally honest with you and everybody listening at home? I don't know where any of these places are.
What?
I like to I like to drive until I get to New York.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
If you had to get something
Mm-hmm.
and they had it in Fredericksburg or Gainesville, which would you rather go to?
That's a good question. I feel like either way, your answer is going to be the same just to prove some sort of point you have. Gainesville.
I'm with you. Yeah, it's Gainesville.
100%.
Yeah.
Not Gainesville, Florida. I'm not going there.
Not Fredericksburg, Maryland.
No.
No, that's Frederick, Maryland. Yeah.
That's Frederick. It's a burg of sorts. All right.
Yes.
Let's quick gloss over the Genesis Invitational, but our boy Max Homa did pull out an overtime.
He's going to be so relentlessly annoying on Twitter.
Look,
instead of being like, oh, I get to be on the PGA and you just get tickets, he's going to be like, check out this trophy, bruh.
Look at all these trophies I got. You know what's sad, though, is because I think I don't know about Tony Finau anymore because I didn't realize that I knew Tony Finau only had one win on tour, right?
Yes.
And
he's got so many top 10s.
So many runner-ups.
He's got like 40 top 10s.
Yeah. And they were like,
never the bride, always the bridesmaid.
All playoff. The broadcaster's like, who's going to get their second win first? And I was like, no way.
Yeah.
Max Homa's won already.
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize that. And now Max Homa has 2 wins. Tony Finau sitting there catching the bouquet again just to, piggyback off.
I'm going to get married next to the PGA Tour.
Next time. And
in terms of money won, though, he's up there.
Oh, he's so up there.
He's
stupid rich.
Yeah.
But Max Homa has 2 wins, playoff against Tony Finau, who has been in the top 3 tournaments in a row. 2 or 3, it doesn't matter. He makes so much money. Yeah. But let's quick go over it. I had picked Dustin Johnson, Patrick Cantlay, and Jordan Spieth. They go T8, T15, and T15. My long shot, Doc Redman. I haven't. I'm messing stuff up. Doc Redman was, I can't tell where I had him at. Top 30. He was cut. Mm-hmm. So top 150 I should have picked. And my prop, the top Australian, Cameron Smith, and I did hit on that.
Yeah, you hit that. Yeah.
And my bonus bet, DJ to beat Brooks, that also happened. So I came away with 1,746 points. Ben had Xander Schauffele, tied 15th. Tony Finau, runner-up yet again. And Rory McIlroy missed the cut at the Genesis, which was really strange. Long shot, Victor Hovland, top 10. He was tied for 5th.
Yeah.
Your prop bets, Jordan Spieth to beat Justin Thomas. Justin Thomas got cut in that tournament as well, I believe. So you hit on that, and you obviously took the opposite for the bonus for Brooks to beat DJ. That didn't happen. You came out with 1,554 points for the Genesis Invitational. And let's move on to last week's tournament, the WGC Workday Championship. Yeah. What did you think about it? That was alongside the Puerto Rico Open.
Yeah.
And
the Puerto Rico Open is like notorious for having a huge amount of wind.
Yeah. A lot of wind. And I got to tell you, I was not really into either one of these tournaments. And it's kind of rare that I'm not into a World Golf Championship because we see the top world players.
Yeah. And the hard thing for me is just like now that I'm doing this podcast, I correlate who's going to be there, not on FedEx Cup points.
Yeah.
Because I was like, they're going to be there for FedEx Cup points, and it's all about being there at the end of the season. It's so obvious now that I'm watching, like I'm paying really close attention every week. They're just in it for the money.
Yes, that's a real standout. And we'll see that this week at the Arnold Palmer.
Yeah.
money buys.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's the point of it. But it brings an appearance. But so what did you think of the WGC? Because like I said, I was not very much into it. In all fairness, this all accumulated around Gavin's birthday.
Yeah.
So
No, I know.
I wasn't interested in the beginning, and B, didn't really find myself wanting to take the time to watch it. And I don't know why that is. I don't know if I'm tired of. I think sometimes I get tired of watching golf because I want to play it. It just didn't have the oeuvre of a World Golf Championship this time for me.
No, and this one doesn't normally because it's like they don't do any special formats.
Mm-hmm.
They like it's still like what I call preseason.
Mm-hmm.
They play it at concession.
Mm-hmm.
Which, like, is like the start of the Florida swing.
Yes.
And I don't want to sound like an absolute bag of whatever, but like the Florida swing has so many better tournaments than the WGC. Like when they do the WGC match play, or they do WGC like in the middle of the year, and you're like, okay, like these are real points. But like I said, like for me, the golf season is I watch the Tournament of Champions because it's everybody who won last year plus a few because of whatever this year.
Yeah.
It's in Hawaii. It's absolutely gorgeous. Then I sort of tune out until the Players because like they don't really do a whole lot. It's like I said, it's a money grab until the Players.
Yes,
because like if you win the Players, you're on your way to winning a major, and then it's basically major season. Then every 3 or 4 weeks, you've got a major,
right? Which is very exciting.
Yeah, which is super exciting. So it's like, so I get that. This is sort of like, this is going to sound ridiculous, but no, this is preseason golf,
right? And you think this is kind of the fourth. To put it in American football terms, you kind of see the WGC as the fourth preseason game.
I would say this WGC is like the third preseason game.
Where you do see starters, but
where you see starters like earning their spot and holding it up. Like, no, between now and the Players is the fourth preseason game.
I got you. Maybe the Puerto Rican Open's more of the fourth.
You know what I mean? So no, yeah, I mean, like the way I see it is, Hawaii is the Pro Bowl.
Yes.
Like, I mean, that's what it is. That's what they're trying to get across. And then you've got
they hold the Pro Bowl in Indiana now, which is, or wherever they hold it.
I thought it was in Hawaii.
No, not anymore. It's for the past few years. It's been bouncing around.
It's been bouncing around. So yeah, so Tournament of Champions, Hawaii's like the Pro Bowl for me. If we're gonna do like American football terms. If you're in Europe, I'll try to like.
Don't let them.
They're friendlies. They're friendlies.
Yes, that's true.
Like high-end friendlies.
International, like national team.
Yeah, friendlies. Like international friendlies and things like that. Then you've got preseason and like the rest of January might as well be the Chicken Championship. Sorry,
Sergio. Chicken man.
Yeah, so it's not going to be, like I said, I'm going to keep an ear to the ground, but I'm not going to get crazy excited about it until the Players, which isn't that far off.
No, it's not.
No, it's not that far off. So we've got, and to be fair, even Bay Hill to me is the fourth, might even be the first game.
I have a take on Bay Hill, and
it's the home of the Golf Channel.
I'm curious to see how it plays out in a few years, but I do have a. Is this because Arnold's not there anymore? Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't think you and I have the same take on Bay Hill. But I think I'm feeling something about it.
Yeah.
You know. So
So do you want to go over our picks for WGC then? Since
Yes.
we just said we don't love it, but it's whatever.
It is what it is. WGC does not have a cut, so all of our picks earn points, which is really nice. I had John Rahm, Xander Schauffele, and Justin Thomas, T32, T39, and thank goodness Justin Thomas came back for T15, which earned me some bonus points. I had Patrick Reed beating Rory in the end. Very close by one stroke. It was very close, but I did not hit. And my prop bet was a winner by 2 and one by 3. Very upsetting. You got
that one.
Colin Morikawa was. Do I get points on that if it's more than?
Yeah, I thought it was like 2 or like win by at least 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give that to you. Yeah.
Much appreciated. And you had Dustin Johnson, Victor Hovland, Tony Finau, T54, not a great showing from DJ. Victor Hovland, runner.
But you know why? You know why DJ didn't have a great showing? If Colin Morikawa won, this is an irons course.
Mm-hmm.
This wasn't a driver wedge course.
Right.
This was an irons course.
Which I think is really great that Victor Hovland was one of the runners up, because we talk a lot about the Matthew Wolff, Victor Hovland, Colin Morikawa group. And so it was really special to see them two go 1 and 2. And Tony Finau was 14th alone.
Top 20.
Your long shot. Yeah. It was a great showing from him. Your long shot, Will Zalatoris, to place in the top 15. He T22, but it was only 2 strokes.
We talked about this a little bit earlier off podcast, but like with 6 holes left to go, I think he was like T21, maybe T22, but only a stroke or 2 out. And I think he was -1 at the time. I think he ended up finishing +2. So it was close.
You know what was really nice about it though is it was only 2 strokes off. So it's not like it's not like you were way off.
No, I'm excited. Like, because of the podcast, I think it's really cool that like you obviously are a big Doc Redman fan.
Huge Doc Redman fan.
Like, I'm going to go with these 2 guys. I'm going to go with Zalatoris and Richie Werenski.
Oh, Richie. Well, you and I think, share Werenski.
Yeah.
You're definitely more on the Zalatoris train. I'm definitely on the Redman train.
Yeah.
But you're right. Doing the podcast let us find these guys, and we've been on them since day one. And not a lot of people talk about them, and they're consistently playing well.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
the
thing is like when it's your first and second year on, like you used to be making cuts. Like to be making cuts in the top 30, huge, like huge. Yeah.
And your prop bet, OWGR, official World Golf Ranking, top 5 to win. This was tough because Colin Morikawa is the 6th ranked golfer.
Now he's in the top 5.
He's in the top 5 now, but
to be fair, when they handed him the trophy, he was in the top 5.
Yeah, but
when
he had already
sunk
won
the last putt,
he
was 6th.
It doesn't. Yeah, it was close. It was close. So, anyways, I finished with 944 points, and you finished with 1,201 points.
Mm-hmm.
What I find most amazing is we're going to the Puerto Rico Open now, is that this is a cut event, and we don't do proper long shot for these alternate events, but none of our guys missed the cut. So we have 6 players each garnishing points.
3.
6 each. World Golf Championship.
Oh, from both tournaments. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. My apologies.
Yeah. So this is basically jockeying to the end, except for the fact that my guys, Taylor Pendrith, Ben On, and Patrick Rogers, do not fall inside the top 20. They go T53, T35, and T30 for only 451 points. And Ben, I'm going to go backwards. Thomas Peters with a T15, Emiliano Grillo with a T11, and for the 4th time this season, Ben has picked the winner in Brendan Grace with a total of 1,975 total points for the Puerto Rico Open. That gave you over 3,000 points for the week, and you are sitting at 2,100 points above me.
As we like to say in my hometown, geez Louise.
Geez Louise. I think they say that in everybody's hometown. But that was last week in a nutshell. Basically, the past 2 weeks, I guess, the Genesis Invitational, the Wgc Workday Championship, and the Puerto Rico Open. Very good showing, Ben. Even though I won the first week at the Genesis, it wasn't by much. You really tore up the Puerto Rico. And when you win, I win, so it doesn't matter.
We're teammates.
We're team. We basically, Team Swingdom gets 6 picks every week.
So should we get into it now? We've got the Arnold Palmer Invitational at Bay Hill Resort and Spa. Because the Golf Channel is like, this is where we record the Golf Channel shows. So
we love Bay Hill. So let's jump right into it. So Arnold Palmer Invitational, presented by MasterCard, is the full title. Bay Hill Club and Lodge in Orlando, Florida. This was recently renovated by Arnold Palmer in 2009. It's a par 72. It's 7,076 yards, at least for round one. If you have a different yardage, please let me know. But your defending champion is Tyrrell Hatton.
Yes, in the red sweater.
In the red
they
sweater.
Gave out. Was that the first time they gave out the red sweater last year?
No. Oh, yes, it was.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, it was. Yes. And who does the plaid sweater? Who is that? What tournament is that?
That's Heritage. That's the
RBC Heritage.
RBC Heritage I know that's in Hilton Head.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's the breakdown. $9.3 million purse. But the winner also gets a 3-year tour exemption.
So they're basically calling this like is this more important than the players or less important than the players?
Would you like my hot take now or after I finish these 2 more things?
Finish your 2 more things and then scream your head off.
All right. 12 of the top 25 world golf ranked players are in this tournament. And just a side note, because we started the podcast off talking about Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods has won this more than any other player with a total of 8. 8 times Tiger Woods has won.
Between like 2000 and 2013.
Yeah, nuts.
Yeah.
He won like 2001 or it was 2001. 2001, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13. Something like that. It was, here's my take. And I'm glad you brought up the players. I think with the passing of Arnold Palmer, we always call the players the 5th major. I think in the next couple of years, we're going to have to start referring to, for fun, obviously, 6 majors. I think the Arnold Palmer Invitational is going to either get up the hype that the players has or supersede it. I think we're going to have everybody coming out to honor Arnold Palmer, and maybe we will have 5 majors. Maybe we'll have the Masters, the U.S. Open, the PGA Championship, the Open Championship, and the Arnold Palmer Invitational.
Okay. I'm going to stop
That's my take.
I'm going to stop you right there. I'm stopping your take. I'm stopping it.
I went way too far at the end. But
I completely
get up to the hype
saying
as the players.
I think they're trying to set the hype up. Again, 3-year exemption is massive.
It's huge.
I don't think the thing is so Puerto Rico Open is a 1-year exemption because it's an alternate event. The average one is a 2-year exemption. I have a 3-year exemption is basically guaranteeing you another $500,000 if you win this tournament. you will win at least another $500,000 over that third year.
On top of the 1.3 that you get from this tournament.
Yeah. No. I'm just saying if you got it, if you're thinking your 2-year exemption in that third year, just by making the cut a few times.
Oh yeah. Another one.
Yeah. Just by having that third year of not having the pressure of okay, I've got to stay on tour. I've got to stay on tour. I've got to stay on tour. So this is the thing is, yes, the Players is the fifth major. The Players will always be the fifth major. I will always call it the fifth major. I will always think of it as the fifth major. And that is because they usually play it in mid-March. I know they've changed it now, but it was the Mother's Day tournament.
Yes.
And it has a truly defining feature. It has an unforgettable course.
Yes.
You have 17
100%.
at Sawgrass. You have 18 at Sawgrass.
Yep.
You go then to Augusta. Again, very, very definable, memorable, definable course. I know every hole there as if I had played it before.
Right.
I'm not trying to sound, but I've watched the flyovers there enough to know that course. The PGA is.
You know it so much. I'd want you to be my caddy.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't be surprised if I got a phone call at some point. To be fair, if I played there, I'd have you be my caddy. If you could not play, I find the Players more interesting than the PGA Championship. If we were going to take the 5 of them, it would be PGA Players, because 17 at Sawgrass, Pete Dye course, so unforgettable. It matters. Winning the Players matters.
Do you remember Ricky Fowler winning the Players Championship and what was it? 3 playoff holes? Was it 3 or 4?
It was
matter.
3.
It was more than 2.
He went
-3, and
he went -5 in 3 holes.
Yeah, but if you just play every shot he hit into 17, every shot. If you just play every shot, you get hyped up.
Yeah.
Because you're holy smokes.
That's
impossible.
We've played Meadow Farms. They have an island green.
Yes.
You get pumped when you hit that green.
Oh, so pumped. I've almost.
And it's not a small green.
I've almost aced it.
Yeah. It's not a small green. It's not it's not hard to hit.
No.
It's not hard to
hit, obviously.
But when you miss, you're there's a sigh, when you hit it, there's a sigh of relief. It doesn't matter how far from the pin you are.
Right.
So it's definable.
You're not wrong.
PGA changes, so I don't find that. So I've got PGA, Masters is at the top, and then really to me, depending on the year, the USGA Championship and the Open Championship are interchangeable depending on the course. Basically, because I know that the USGA is going to make it as hard as possible,
right?
And the Open Championship is going to be this is the course. Good luck.
The only time I flip the two, the only time, because I always have, I go from the top, Masters, U.S. Open, Open Championship, Players, PGA. And the only time I flip the 2 Opens is if it's being played at St. Andrews or Royal Troon. And that's the only 2 times.
Yeah, for me, it's also Carnoustie.
That's totally fair. I don't get the same feeling out of Carnoustie as I do.
And we're not gonna get the same feeling because they're playing it in Kent this year at Royal St. George. We're not gonna get the same feeling there. I don't get the same feeling at Royal Liverpool. No. It's Carnoustie.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's what I mean. It's Troon, which is just mind blowing. And then you've got the old course, which is the home of golf.
Right.
But there's 9 courses and they change.
Sometimes I do like Royal Birkdale, but I flip it.
I like all the courses. But the thing is Here you go. You have the chance to play both of these courses in major championship conditions.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Old Course St. Andrews or Pebble Beach?
St. Andrews, 100%.
Okay.
I will.
Okay. Pebble Beach or Troon?
Pebble Beach.
Okay. Troon or Bethpage Black?
Oh, that's a tough one for me.
Right?
I don't know.
I know. That's sort of what I'm about. Like
True.
Pinehurst number 2. Like for me, the two hardest USGA championship courses are Pebble Beach and then Bethpage Black.
Yes. Yeah, especially Pebble Beach with that new with that new tee box.
Yeah. So, I mean 18 at Pebble Beach is so stupid iconic.
Yeah. It's just it's gorgeous. And it's a gorgeous course all around.
But the same thing is like playing 18 back to the hotel, like playing back into the middle of St. Andrews.
Yes.
Like I don't think you really understand that until so when I went there in 2000, I didn't really understand it, but like I'm talking specifically to Gunner at this point, but imagine like the 18th hole, like they just like wipe out like the fire station and everything. The 18th hole just like plays to Davis Street.
Oh, yes.
That's kind of what it feels like. And you're like, everybody can see me. Everybody's having a drink. It's not like, like people are in the clubhouse having a drink. It's like, people are in town having a drink.
That's why the 18th, the old course is like 10,000 square feet.
Yeah. Yeah, I still love when John Daly won it. He was basically like, all I knew is that I couldn't miss right. I couldn't slice anything. I could hook everything all day long. So that's where I'm at. So back to now I'm done with the diatribe. The thing about the Bay Hill is that there's no defining features yet.
No. And I totally get that. I think we're just talking about I just think we're talking about the spirit of Arnold Palmer. And I think I think when we lose Jack Nicklaus, I think they're going to do this with Jack's place.
But if you're going to do that, don't do that at Bay Hill. Go to Latrobe. Go to Pennsylvania.
No, I totally agree. But
this is a resort that he signed his name onto.
It's a staple course on the PGA Tour since the 60s.
It's the Florida Swing.
I get that. I totally get it. I'm not going to disagree with anything you say because you and I think the same. But I think, when Augusta National was built, people were like, "Oh, it's just another golf course."
This the thing is Bay Hill isn't even like the fourth golf course I'd play in Florida. Ready? TPC Sawgrass.
100%.
The Bear Trap.
100%.
The Snake Pit.
Yes.
Where they played the match with Ricky Fowler and that's a closed course.
Oh, I can't remember.
It's not Seminole.
Seminole, yes.
Yeah, Seminole.
I would not play Seminole. I care too much about my mental health to play Seminole.
To be fair, I'd probably play Seminole before. To me, it would probably be TPC Sawgrass, Seminole, then Jack's Place, then the Snake Pit. Then it's sort of a tie between Arnold, Palmer, and Lake Nona or East Lake.
East Lake, I would do.
East Lake is that's the tour championship every year. You're sitting there on 18 and you're like, this putt is for $10 million. That's what you
every single time. Yourself. Every single time.
Yeah, every single time. And so to me, it's then you get, and then I'm like, okay, Bay Hill. Then I'm like, any golf course that lets me stay at Disney World for a week.
1,000%.
Like any golf course where I can get a stormtrooper as a caddy.
I love it. You're not wrong.
So no, like, so that's sort of what I'm like, and I'm not trying to be, and I get it, like, but for me, Arnold Palmer, like, he has so much more history in Pennsylvania than he does in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jack Nicklaus, again, like, same with, like, he's got Ohio, but he's put so much effort into Florida that I get that, like, Florida is his place.
Yeah. But still.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just the Florida swing. Like, I get it. I understand. I feel like it's a bit too, like, and this is going to sound a bit crass, and I apologize, but it sounds like they're riding the Arnold Palmer coattails a bit too hard.
Maybe. I have this feeling that we're trying to make it bigger than what it has been, but I can get on board with it.
That's okay. So, I'll be angry about it. I'll be the angry one.
I'll be sitting here crossing my fingers that it happens.
We don't need a sixth major.
Yeah, sure we do. They all need to be worth something.
There are 47 majors.
I need 47 majors.
And then there's one major. That's the championship.
That's right. Presented by Coca-Cola. Mm-hmm. All right, you ready to make some picks then?
How chalky are you going to go?
Extremely.
You got your chalk bag out? You going to go climbing?
Yeah. I picked it up from State Climb here on Dayton Street, as a matter of fact, where the 18th green doesn't reach. And I don't know any climbing terms, so I'm not going to try them. All right. My first pick out of my chalk bag. Boom. Rory McIlroy.
I knew it. He's favored to win. He's got the low of the Rory McIlroy.
Blah, 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 blah.
To be I was going to say number 2 chalkiness is Patrick Reed, but I'm not picking him.
Boo.
I don't want to, even though he won 4 weeks ago. Who am I going with? I didn't write this down. I kind of wrote this down, but I didn't write this down. I'm going Victor Hovland.
Okay. I can dig it.
None of my picks are going to be any of your picks.
Yeah, that was my third pick. What are you taking me right now?
None of my picks are going to be any of your picks.
All right. You have me really nervous right now because I was hoping you wouldn't pick Victor Hovland. But I think who I'm going to go is... I don't want to, but I want to.
You're going to. Because you're chalktastic.
Because I so really... No. I'm not going to go Patrick Reed. Not yet.
Okay.
I am going to go Bryson DeChambeau.
Okay. All right.
What do you want from me, Ben?
That's the chalk. That's the chalk.
That's the chalk talking, not me. Yep. I don't make the picks. The bag does.
I'm going Tyrrell Hatton.
Damn it. Oh.
Just pick Patrick Reed. Just do it. Just pick Patrick Reed.
I kind of want to.
I'm going to.
I am. I'm going to pick Patrick Reed.
You went 1, 2, 3 chalk. Oh, man.
No. I didn't. I went 1, 2, 5.
Oh, in my stat sheet, you went 1, 3, 5. I'm sorry, you went 1, 3, 2.
I went 1, 2, 5 on mine.
So 3 was Hovland.
Yes.
4 was Tyrrell Hatton.
Yep. 5 was Patrick Reed.
Guess who I'm picking next?
I have a toss up between 3. I have
No. Who am I picking next?
Sung Jae.
Yes, I am.
I knew you would, and he's not on my list.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is not on my list.
I'm going Sung Jae. He crushed. He came real close last week. Played real strong Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Little bit of a not as hard going on Sunday, but we'll see what happens.
I think that's a really good pick. I probably would have picked Matthew Fitzpatrick in that spot, but chalky. I got to go first. I didn't have to.
Yeah.
All right. So, and I told you before the show, I'm double dipping. That's not what I said because I misspoke earlier. But what I'm telling you now is I'm double dipping on Doc Redman picks here because that's my guy.
Yeah.
So for my long shot, I have Doc Redman, top 30.
All right. I'm going long. I'm going to go with. Can we just do this then? I'm going to go with Zalatoris top 30.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to do prop bet is just Zalatoris beats Redman.
I don't like it, but
you shouldn't like it.
I have a real prop bet. That's okay. I'll do it.
What's your real? No. You
Let's
do your
make
prop
that
bet. Make
Okay.
it your prop bet, and then I'll come up with another one.
All right. My prop bet, again, double dipping. Doc Redman, the top Clemson player in the field. That's a real prop bet.
How many Clemson players are there?
3.
Who are the other 2?
He is not favored to be any one of them.
Who are the other 2?
I gotta tell you.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Good, because I'm gonna do some.
I gotta tell you because I gotta log into where I find my prop bets as of late. Because I have a really good time with prop bets. I have a really good time with them.
I think I'm gonna extend yours a little bit, and this may or may not help.
What are you talking about?
Hold on.
You can't extend my prop bet.
Yeah, I'm forcing you to do it. I need to figure out who the other 2 players are before I agree to this prop bet.
No, you can't do that.
What do you mean? Yeah, I can. We always talk about bets. This is how we discuss our bets.
No, you can't do that. Oh man, it's gone. You're making me upset. It wouldn't let me get it. Oh. All right, what do you want?
I was just gonna make it be like a player who graduated. He'll be the top of a player who graduated from a school in South Carolina.
I don't have a list of those players, so I'll never know.
Well, what 3 players are from Clemson? Fine. You know what? Fine, Gunner. Fine.
Well, now I don't know.
Fine.
You're making me really. Oh, here we go. Kyle Stanley, Lucas Glover, Doc Redman.
Yeah, I got money on Lucas Glover. Yeah, I'll give you Doc Redman.
Top Clemson player. That's what I'm doing.
All right.
What's your prop?
I was going to do repeat. I was going to not do a repeat winner, but I was going to do somebody who has won this before is going to win again.
Well, you already picked Tyrrell Hatton.
I know. So maybe Bryson drives the par 5 6th.
For real, he said he might not even try it.
Well, that's the whole point of a prop bet, isn't it?
You want there's a good prop bet on Albatross. That's a good Bryson. That's a good Bryson bet.
Fine. There's an Albatross this week. Prop bet.
It's up to you. Do you want the Bryson? Bryson.
Yeah, I want the Bryson. Give me the Bryson.
Right. Par 5. Bryson drives a par 5. Boom shakalaka. That's what I got. All right. Break it down. Rory McIlroy, Bryson DeChambeau, Patrick Reed, long shot Doc Redman, top 30, and prop Doc is the top Clemson player.
Lucas
Ben has
Glover.
Victor Hovland.
This is the first time I've ever rooted for Lucas Glover in anything.
Ben has Victor Hovland, Tyrrell Hatton, and Sung J M with Will Zalatoris top 30, and his prop bet is Bryson drives that par 5.
We're doing a side bet.
Okay.
Zally over Redman.
Zally over Redman. Got it. I'll put that in. We'll see. Bonus bet for 50 points.
As I stroke my beard in contemplation.
I think we're doing good.
Yeah.
All right. That's
we
it.
made our picks. We're going to watch
some.
I'm definitely watching some golf this weekend.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
To be fair, is it okay that I find Bay Hill more interesting than the WGC?
1,000%.
You know what it is about the WGC, and this is always the WGC, is number one, like they make it an international event, but it's not. It's just a PGA Tour event. But they try to make it sound like it's its own entity. It's not part of the PGA Tour. It's not part of the European Tour. It's its own entity. And so, like, they try to make it bigger. They do 4 tournaments a year. It's almost like, oh, like, these are the 4 international majors. And it's just like, no, like, people skip these.
Yeah, it's not as big as it used to be.
And then the PGA Tour, on the other hand, like, in a very underhanded way, it's like, well, we're going to have a tournament anyway. We're just not going to pay people as much to be there.
Right.
So it's like, it's sort of weird because you feel like the PGA should compete with it. Like, really? Because if the PGA had Bay Hill the same weekend as the WGC would go out of business.
Right.
Like
100%.
Yeah. And like I was saying, Bay Hill's not even my 5th favorite course in Florida.
No.
I want a Stormtrooper caddy. That's what I want. I want Boba Fett to be my caddy. Be like, look, I'm a sniper. This is where you should hit the ball. And be like, Boba Fett, you are a sniper. I will hit it wherever you tell me to.
I like it. I'm in on it. All right. That's it for me.
I know I'm beat, man. It's late here. I'm going to get this out tomorrow. If you guys have any questions, please send us some emails at theswingdomofgolf@gmail.com. Don't forget, you can always reach out to us on our website, theswingdompodcast.com. And we're on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube.
We're everywhere.
Wherever your internet is.
Yep.
That is where we are.
That's where we are.
Hey, Gunnar, thanks for doing the pod. Sorry I didn't do it last week.
It's okay, Ben. Thanks for doing it with me.
Anytime. It's just not the same without you, man. It's just not the same.
I miss you.
All right, Swingdom out.
Swingdom out.
You've been listening to The Swingdom. Remember, we're just 2 guys, 28 clubs, 0 putts given.
Who cuts your hair? I need a haircut.
Me.
You any good at it?
Yeah. It's one length all the way around.
No, I don't want to do that again.
Boom shakalaka.